Okay, so we're looking at adding ceilings. Now, I kind of hinted in the topic where it was asked that it's not as simple as you think, and it'd be a lot better to do a model and change the model, but people didn't really understand what I was saying. So here we go. This is going to explain it in a bit better detail. Alright, so what I've done is I've created some items. I've just called them ceiling, and they look like these wooden floorboards. These are all floorboards. Got a little gap there, but these are all floorboards. And drop this on the ground, and it looks like a floorboard, but it's just kind of sitting wherever I put it. Okay, so the problem you have is this. I'm going to place, just so I can kind of get it in the right spot without moving too much. It should be about there. There we go. Alright, that should be pretty much right. We got the tile corner. Needs a bit more of a shove forward that way by the looks of it. Can't push it any further because it won't go into the wall. Alright, anyway. So there's the item. It's pretty much sitting in the middle of the tile where you want it. It should be shoved a little bit further, but you can't because the bloody wall won't let you shove stuff into the wall. Alright, so now I'm going to new action which I did purely for this testing called raise. Put it up in the air. There you go. So it actually raised it 30 height. So if you look at that one, 27.5 I'm sitting at. So it put it up to 57.5 roughly. Well, probably without the 0.5, probably put it 57 because of the floorboards we're standing on. But anyway, so it's sitting up there, and you're like, well, it's sitting a little bit high. I actually don't want it to go that high. I'd really prefer it was sitting like, just above the wall a little bit. And here's the problem that I was trying to say in the topic, okay? This roof, I'm going to activate my wand and destroy that sucker. Yep, I'm going to get down here and destroy that sucker. There we go. Alright, it's destroyed on the ground. Alright, that roof isn't actually up in the air. As far as the game is concerned, that roof is sitting just here. So I'm going to plan roof, alright, which gives you a little bit of an unfinished roof there. I'll see if I can get rid of this ceiling. Yep, alright, I lowered the ceiling back down. It's down there. Alright, so this plan here, that is where the game thinks that roof will actually be as far as interacting, and the space it actually exists in the game is right there. When you build it, thatch, that looks good. When you build it, it's like up in the air, and you're like, oh my god, it's all the way up there. I can highlight over it. I point my mouse at it, it's up in the air. As far as the game is concerned, it is not up there. It is at that height where you plan it. So I'll destroy that roof. Back down here, and you notice all the models just change. And this one is here. I'll put it here so that I could do it. I'll plan the roof. And see that height there? Every single tile of roof, the game believes it is at that height. Now with buildings and stuff, it won't allow you to have two items in the same space. So that roof is there when it's built. The roof will be there. Nothing else can be in that exact spot. Okay. Same with trying to push the stuff into the wall. It says, no, you can't push it into the wall. That item won't go into the wall. No good, man. Don't do it. Not allowed. Okay. So if I, this is going to be a tricky drop, this one. I'll place it. I'll try to get this gap best I can because it's an item. It's not too bad. See how it's sitting on top of these floorboards? Because the floorboards won't allow anything else to sit in it. Alright, it says, hey, I'm a solid thing. You can't be there. Alright, gave a little push and it's underneath. Alright, I'm going to raise this up which is a new action I threw in. Didn't work. I've got to shove it over a bit. Give it a bit of a gentle push. There we go, it's a bit better. Okay, let's try raising it again. No, I'm still not going to let me do it. And it's probably because it's interacting with the bloody floorboards here somewhere. Oh, I didn't finish building the bloody roof. Okay, that was my mistake. Alright, built the roof, there we go, raise it up. Now the problem there was the roof didn't exist, and so this couldn't sit on top of it. The only reason that can sit there is because, as far as the game is concerned, is because there is actually a roof sitting right below it. Okay? Now the game thinks there's a roof there, so this item will happily sit on top of the roof. And even though you're looking and you're like, hey, the roof's up there, what the hell are you talking about, man? As far as the game's concerned, the roof is actually down here. The model you can see and point your mouse at is just up in the air because that's the way it all joins together. But the item itself is down here. Weird, yes, I know, but that's the way it works. Alright. Now, problem you're going to say, okay, well I'll tell you what, that actually looks pretty cool. Throw a few more of them down, put them across the room, that'll look alright. And it doesn't look too bad, okay? It doesn't look too bad. The problem you're going to have is if I click in the right spot, you can see that you have interaction stuff, yeah? If I go to a different spot, you can see there's none there. And if I go to lower this, which is the new thingy, it actually says the roof is in the way. What roof is in the way? The roof is way up there. No, the roof is below it. Okay, I can't interact with it because the roof is actually between me and the ceiling. So the trouble you're going to have is your players will struggle to actually get this to work. So I'm going to pick that up. If you get into the right spot, it's not too bad. It's a bit of fiddling. So that's one issue, is that the ceiling, the roof is in the way. The other issue is the way it looks. Now, I placed this one over here. This is the corner. As far as the game is concerned, this item exists on that spot there, which is why when I tried to push it in, it said, hey, you can't push it in. You know how you push a forge into the wall and it looks like the forge is sticking through the wall? That's only because the model itself is bigger than the point that it says it's at. So I'm going to do a place here and see how I can place this, and half of it sticking through the wall. That's just the model. As far as the game's concerned, that item is in this spot here, and you could keep pushing and pushing and pushing until that spot gets to the wall and that says, hey man, you can't push through a wall. Anyway, point being, I'm going to pick that up again. I'm going to place one to try and look good at this end. Place. That was about there. Oh, that was pretty damn good actually. That's the center of the tile. Now I'm going to raise this up. Okay, so what you got is it's sticking into there, yeah? And sometimes, not every time, what you end up with is that sticking out through. So I think the thatch roofs aren't too bad. There we go, you can see it better now. So you can see that roof comes down there and that one sticks through there. So that looks okay from the outside. And you're like, yeah, that doesn't look too bad on the inside. I could probably live with that and it'll be alright, it'll be okay. Let's destroy this one. Let's plan a roof. Where are we? There we go. Plan a roof. Let's make this one out of something else. Where is it build? There it is. Let's just go wood. There we go. Let's do this again. About there. Let's see if we can get that pretty close. Place. About there. It's not too bad. It's a little bit off. Let's raise it up. Let's go outside. Yeah. Okay. That looks pretty good too. That's pretty close though. Eh. Anyway, this video is getting a bit long. We're up to 10 minutes. Okay, so there you go. You got a bit of a ceiling going. You don't have this humongous looking up, which probably people don't like. Obviously, moving it around is a bit of a pain in the ass. I think that if I was going to build it, which I probably will, I've come this far. If I was going to finish building the mod, what I'd do is make it an interaction in your inventory only. So you go in here and I'd put like place or whatever. I'd call it something or other. And it would place it, the tile you're standing on. It will put the point, which is the location there, it'll put that into that corner, and then it'll raise it above, so it's all done in one action. And I don't know, I'd probably make them no move as well, because yeah, I guess it kind of looks, they didn't quite match up there, it looks a little bit off. Yeah, I reckon it could work, but it's not going to sit at the height that you would prefer, which would be just above the wall or just on the wall to make it look good. It is always going to sit that little bit higher because, as far as the game is concerned, this roof is sitting here. And also, you're going to need a roof. You can't just throw it above nothingness. Give me that. Just too far away. Gotta get closer underneath it. There we go. Let's destroy that a bit. Let's destroy that a bit. And let's get it this way a bit more. And this one. Alright, so I'm just making a hole. Okay, see there's a hole? I'm just going to throw this down anywhere in that gap. I want a bit more of a gap. Drop that there. Alright, get rid of a few more on this side, I think. Just to show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so there's nothing above that. Let's raise that sucker up. And it doesn't actually work. The Z is the height. The game records it differently to what we see in mods and stuff. It says, 27, but it's actually 2.75 as far as the game's concerned. But that's why there's a difference in the thingy there. But it's not putting it up in the air like it was before because there's nothing for it to sit on. Same as if I destroy the floor. Destroy the floor. Destroy the floor. It looks like that's the point there. We'll destroy the floor a bit further out here. Alright, so when I remove this one, is that item going to stay there? It is! Look at that. It's up in the air, but let's give it a little bit of a push. Where's move? I'm in the wrong spot. Move. Give it a little gentle push. And what happened? It fell down because there's nothing for it to sit on. Okay? There's nothing for it to sit on. I can't raise it up because it goes up and then just falls straight back down. It goes up and then falls straight back down because there's nothing there. So in order for this to work, you need the roof. The roof has to be there because it needs something for items to sit on. Let's go up in the air here. Alright, let's just drop this sucker. Ready? Drop. Where does it fall? It falls all the way down here. It doesn't fall up here where I'm flying. It falls all the way down there. Okay? Now, because these aren't solid items, they can sit in between each other and on top of each other. But as far as the game is concerned, this floor that we are walking on, we're on top of. You can see your feet down a bit, up a bit. It is solid. Nothing else is in that space. Okay, same as your walls. Nothing else is in that space. It does look like stuff goes through the walls, but that's purely because the models are bigger. The the position of it is right there, but the model is just bigger. Okay, it just sticks out purely because the model's bigger. The object itself is like this big, and it's just sitting there. Okay. Oh, it's a long video as well, 15 minutes. Hopefully I explained all that. Yeah, so that's what I'm looking at, and yeah, that's probably how the best I can see it working. It's going to have limitations, as in you need the roof there. The roof has to be there, otherwise it's got nothing to sit on. It's going to poke into the sides. Sometimes it does poke out of the sides. I might be able to fix that with the positioning and removing the move so that people can't actually shove and push it around. And also getting the item back would be very troublesome for players because they can't fly above where the roof is as far as the game's concerned. So like I'm clicking that all the way around and there we go. I can't even, it's not changing, you know. So I've literally got to fly up here to be able to pick that up again. There we go. Okay, which players can't do. Players can't do that. So once it's there, it's pretty much there. You know, if they've totally screwed up, then, you know, maybe a GM will have to fix it for them, which is a pain in the ass. No GMs want to make more work for themselves. That was a pretty long video, but whatever. Alright, so there it is. That's what's going on. That's how I see it working. It can work, but it needs the roof to be built. You can get rid of the roof afterwards, and it should sit there. If you relog, it may have fallen onto the ground. I don't know. I haven't tested that, but you should have the roof there. Simple as that, because it needs something to sit on. Okay. And there you go. I'll leave the video there. 17 minutes long. Oof, okay. That's it.